Hopefully, y'all got a chance to get out and see the comet NEOWISE while it was still visible. It's been a long fucking time here in the Northern Hemisphere since we had a comet worth of goddamn. Got to go all the way back to Hale Bopp from 1997. And if you don't remember that, Jesus Christ, that was an literal comet of a lifetime. It was visible for over a year. It's hanging out in the western sky, dual tail, blue and white tail. Fucking awesome. And we waited 23 years to see another one that was worth a damn that you could actually see with the naked eye. So hopefully you got a chance to go out and check it out. And if you're anything like me, you spent the whole month of July obsessing over this thing, researching it and all that type of stuff, see what I could learn about it. And that got me into astrophotography. Thought I'd try my hand at that with this comet, so I'd stay up all night anyway. So like 3:30 in the morning, sneak on up into the park, set up on a softball diamond, and watched it as it rose up with the morning sun. And my very first attempt at astrophotography, this was the result. And if you asked me, I hit a home run with this one. I'm pretty impressed. Did a photo stacking, it's called, with this Deep Sky Stacker software. It's 150 pictures of the comet stacked on top of each other. And computer does some type of magic wizardry. And it brings out a bunch of detail and whatnot in whatever you're taking pictures of. And spoiler alert, for those of you that see awesome pictures like this, where you wonder what the hell type of camera is taking this picture, the foreground image is overlaid on top, because otherwise it would just be a big old smear of black, just blur. Because obviously the comet and the stars are moving in the sky as the Earth spins, so when the software is aligning each picture on it, the foreground keeps getting bumped over and over again. So anytime you see like the pictures of the Milky Way with the Himalayas in front of it or whatever, and it looks too good to be true, it's all fake. Those are real pictures being taken, but that foreground image is stacked over top. So took this on the morning of July 10th, I believe it was. And then 2 days later, I went out, tried my hand at it again, see if I could duplicate the magic. This time I took 300 pictures of it, and this was the result. A lot of people seem to like this one better because the color gradient going from the grass all the way up to it's an old feed mill that we got in Waterloo here. And same thing, stack 300 pictures of the comet, the mill and the grass and trees and whatever. It's a separate image laid over the top, just so it actually looks good and isn't just it looks like a ghostly black smear across the picture if you leave the actual foreground image in. So first 2 attempts at astrophotography were fucking awesome. Very pleased with the results. Then it got cloudy and it was a little rainy here for a little bit. So then when we got clear skies again, the comet was not really visible in the morning anymore. It was starting to become visible after sunset. So I went out twice after dusk and could not replicate the magic of these. There was no detail. On one of them I stacked 700 pictures of the comet, and it brought out no detail. It just looked a little bit better than one individual photo of me that I'd take of the sky, but I don't know, man, with these two, with the softball field and the mill, with 150 and 300 pictures respectively stacked for those images, I don't know how I got shittier results stacking even more. So then I went out a 4th time after sunset and thought I'd try a better lens. It's got a bigger aperture opening or whatever, like a lower f-stop number, longer exposure, wider aperture opening. Didn't help. So I don't know if it was like the pre-dawn, like, because there's 4 stages of dusk, and so like in the morning, when I take them in the morning, the sky would be starting to get lit up because even like 4:10 or whatever the sun rises here in the summertime. So I don't know if the sensor needs light on all of the whole thing in order to stack pictures normally. I don't fucking know. But the first 2 times I did it, when the sky was a little bit light from the sun starting to rise, the pictures were awesome. And then the 2 I took at night, when the sky was completely black, there was no dusk sun of any kind to deal with, the pictures were a failure. So if anyone knows shit about astrophotography and you want to give me some tips and tricks as to how the hell they could work out in the morning, but not at night, I would greatly appreciate it because god damn it, does this frustrate me. I thought I was going to be this wizard of astrophotography, this wunderkind, knocks it out of the park on his first attempt, and I was going to be National Geographic bound, but nope. Put the brakes on that real quick, locked it up, came to a screeching halt, but at least I got 2 awesome ones, so I can't complain about that. Hopefully you got out there and you saw the fucking comet, because it ain't coming back around for like 6,900 more years, and best of luck viewing it then. So hopefully you enjoyed this. I certainly enjoyed being out in the night, just taking pictures, looking up at the stars and whatnot. One of my favorite things. And right now is the time to get outside. If you got some clear skies through about the 15th or 17th or whatever, the Perseid meteor shower is ramping up, and we're about to hit the peak around the 11th, 12th, and 13th. So fuck it. You get some mosquito spray. You got a nice little place. Bring a little pillow, like a neck pillow or something, and find, like I did, a softball field or something you can just lay down on this dirt. You don't get all grass and wet from the dew and whatnot. Just stare straight up. Smoke a little hippie lettuce if you got some of that laying around, and feel like you're floating on up into the atmosphere. But that'll be a good time to check out a meteor shower if you want to get in on that. And so yeah, hopefully they won't have to wait 23 years for another fucking comet to come around. I can get some more cool pictures of another comet, hopefully within my lifetime. And hopefully you enjoyed this, and see you around. Good night.